You open Zillow, your coffee goes cold, your chest tightens. Every scroll feels like a personal failure. Because somewhere along the way, we were taught one rule. Renting is throwing money away. Buying means you made it. But here's the stomach-turning truth no one prepared us for. In 2026, the math flipped. Completely. Today, renting is about 21% cheaper than buying the same home. 9 years ago, buying was 22% cheaper. Same dream. Opposite math. And if you're feeling behind because you can't buy, you might actually be ahead. Let's talk about a very normal, very American house. A $400,000 home. 3 bedrooms, decent yard. Nothing fancy. We'll use places like Nashville or Las Vegas, where this comparison is painfully real. This isn't anti-home ownership. This is anti-bad math. Because the story we've been telling about houses hasn't caught up to interest rates, taxes, or reality. Let's start simple. Back-of-the-napkin math. If you buy that $400,000 home today, your total monthly cost looks like this. About $3,629 per month. That includes a mortgage at roughly 7% interest, PMI at about $150 a month, property taxes around 1.11%, or $383 a month. Maintenance, the boring stuff, at 1% annually. About $330 a month. That's before surprise repairs, before rising insurance, before your water heater decides to retire early. Now let's look at renting. In cities like Nashville, that same home rents for about $2,100 a month. That's a $1,500 difference every single month. Your landlord gets the rent, but the bank gets the interest either way. Here's the part that messes with people. They hear mortgage payment and think forced savings. But a mortgage payment is not one thing. It's a pile of things. And most of them, you never get back. This is where the 8.71% rule comes in. Take the price of a home, multiply it by 8.71%, divide by 12. That's the true monthly cost of owning. Where does 8.71% come from? Roughly 6.6% from interest and the cost of tying up your money. 1% in property, taxes, 1% in maintenance. On a $400,000 home, that math screams something important. If you can rent it for less than that number, and right now renting is winning loudly, especially when homeowners are paying 15% more in taxes and 50% more in labor and repairs than just a few years ago. House fever is expensive. Now let's talk about the part nobody puts in the brochure. That $1,500 monthly difference. If you rent, you don't burn it, you invest it. Let's say you put that $1,500 into something boring, like an S&P 500 index fund. Assume a 7% return. Over 15 years, that renter ends up with over $600,000 in cash. Meanwhile, the homeowner, after interest, taxes, maintenance, and slow equity buildup, they might have around $104,000 in equity. Same discipline, different vehicle, wildly different outcome. Forced savings isn't magic if the interest is eating the meal. Now, to be fair, people like Dave Ramsey would say this. Home ownership is a long-term play, and he's not wrong. Over decades, owning can win. But today's market is a dipsy doodle. High rates, high prices, high costs. The rules didn't disappear. They bent. And when rules bend, flexibility matters more than pride. So here's the permission slip no one handed you. You are not failing because you rent. You are not behind. You are not throwing money away. If you're not staying in a home for 13 years or more, the math says renting usually wins. Run your own numbers. Use the 8.71% rule. Test the assumptions, because the real American dream isn't owning a house at any cost. It's making decisions that let you sleep at night. And sometimes, the smartest move is the one that feels unpopular. Run the math. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate you spending your time here. If this video helped you understand the real costs of buying versus renting, or gave you a fresh perspective on your financial decisions, please give it a like and subscribe so you don't miss future tips. And don't forget, run your own numbers, check the 8.71% rule, and make choices that actually work for your life. Drop a comment below with your thoughts or questions. I'd love to hear how you're planning your next move. See you in the next video.